What is the meaning of the verb look at?
When you think a certain way or have an opinion about something, that is the way you look at it. What should be done about this situation depends on how you look at it.
What is the meaning of the verb catch up, on?
When you study or learn something you are interested in but have not had time for, you catch up on it. I wonder what the latest gossip is. Let's call Michael so we can catch up. After I returned from vacation, I read the newspaper to catch up on the local news.
What is the meaning of the verb come across?
When you come across people or things, you see or find them without planning or expecting to. Run across is similar to come across. I asked the antique dealer if she had ever come across a Windsor chair.
What is the meaning of the verb cool off?
When you become less angry or less excited, you cool off. He's furious now, but he'll cool off by morning.
What is the meaning of the verb get back, from?
When you get back or get back from something that is very hot or dangerous or that you should not be near. You move away from it so that there is more distance between you and it. As the president came closer, The police told the crowd to get back.
What is the meaning of the verb mix up?
When you mix something up that has two or more ingredients. You stir it so that the ingredients will be thoroughly combined. Put in the eggs, butter, sugar, flour, and water and then mix it up well.
What is the meaning of the verb take out, of?
When you remove something because you do not want it or because it is damaged. You take it out or take it out of something. Put in / into is the opposite of take out. The school will be closed while the asbestos insulation is being taken out and replaced.
What is the meaning of the verb sneak out, of?
When you leave a place without anyone seeing or hearing you, you sneak out or sneak out of the place. The principal caught me sneaking out of my chemistry class.
What is the meaning of the verb step on informal?
When you say step on it to someone who is driving a car, you are telling the driver to drive faster. Hank needed to get to the airport in 15 minutes, so he told the taxi driver to step on it.
What is the meaning of the verb care for?
When you care for children or people who are old or sick. You provide them with the food or medicine they need, or you do things to help them. When you care for machines or buildings, you keep them in good condition. The nurses have to care for several very sick patients.
What is the meaning of the verb leave over always passive?
When something is left over, it remains after people have used or taken as much of it as they need or want. I guess I made too much food, look how much is left over.
What is the meaning of the verb luck out informal?
When you luck out, something good happens to you or you avoid something bad happening to you. Todd lucked out when he found that lottery ticket on the ground. It was a $1 million winner.
What is the meaning of the verb goon?
When people go on, they continue doing something. Sometimes, on is repeated for emphasis. Just go on with what you're doing. I'll wait until you're finished.
What is the meaning of the verb ask out?
When you ask people out, you ask them to go with you to a place. Of entertainment in order to have fun and spend time together. The bakers called and asked the Ortegas out.
What is the meaning of the verb con out of informal?
When you con people out of something, you persuade them to give it to you by fooling or deceiving them. That crooked mechanic tried to con me out of $547.
What is the meaning of the verb lay down?
When you lay down a new law, policy, rule, and so on, you create and announce it. The IRS laid down several new tax regulations.
What is the meaning of the verb wipe out?
When you remove dirt or liquid from the inside of a container with a cloth. Sponge, or paper towel, you wipe it out. Wipe the microwave out, it's got spaghetti sauce inside it.
What is the meaning of the verb put up?
When you erect or assemble something that is collapsed, folded, or in several pieces, you put it up. The Native Americans stopped by the river and put up their teepees.
What is the meaning of the verb take back, to?
When you take back something that you have borrowed or take back something that you have borrowed to the person or place that you borrowed it from, you return it. Lydia borrowed this book from the library 6 months ago, and she still hasn't taken it back.
What is the meaning of the verb punch in?
When you come to your workplace and put your time card in the Time clock to record the time you have arrived, you punch in. Mark was late, so I punched him in.
What is the meaning of the verb have on?
When you wear something, such as an item of clothing, perfume, or cosmetics, you have it on. Sally had red pants and a blue shirt on.
What is the meaning of the verb pay off?
When you pay off money that you owe or pay off the person you owe the money to. You pay all the money that you owe. I wasn't happy with the people we hired to paint our house. I paid them off and told them not to return.
What is the meaning of the verb breakthrough?
When you use force to go through a wall or other barrier, you break through it. The thieves broke through the wall of the jewelry store.
What is the meaning of the verb hear of?
When you learn information about something that makes you angry and you say you will not hear of it. You mean that you will not tolerate or allow it? Our daughter wants to fly to Mexico with her boyfriend.
What is the meaning of the verb zip up?
When you zip up a coat or other item of clothing, you close it with a zipper. I can't zip my dress up. Can you?
What is the meaning of the verb leave out?
When you leave people or things out, you accidentally or deliberately do not include them in a group. The director left out several parts of the book when she made the film.
What is the meaning of the verb get around to?
When you do something after waiting for some time because you are lazy. Inefficient, or do not want to do it, you get around to it. I didn't get around to doing my taxes until April 14th.
What is the meaning of the verb stick out?
When something sticks out, it extends from what it is attached to. I cut myself on a nail that was sticking out of the wall.
What is the meaning of the verb stand for?
When you will not stand for something that you think is illegal. Improper, or unjust, you will not tolerate it or allow it to happen. I told my son I wouldn't stand for that kind of language in this house.
What is the meaning of the verb pay off?
When something you do pays off, it is successful and is worth the effort you made. Medical school is a lot of hard work, but it'll pay off someday.
What is the meaning of the verb straighten out?
When you straighten out people who are acting foolishly. You do or say something that causes them to act more responsibly. When you straighten out people who are confused, you help them to understand. I'm totally confused about what I'm supposed to do. Can you straighten me out?
What is the meaning of the verb go over, to?
When people move from where you are to a place, thing. Or person that is farther away from you, they go over to that place, thing, or person. I'm busy. Go over there and stop bothering me.
What is the meaning of the verb slow down?
When something causes people or things to do something more slowly, it slows them down. Production at the factory slowed down when half the workers got sick.
What is the meaning of the verb come over, to?
When people move from one side of a place to the other. Where you are, they come over or come over to where you are. Come over here and say that again.
What is the meaning of the verb start out?
When you begin something, you start out. Start out is used to discuss how the end of something was different from its beginning. Nancy started out as a secretary, thinking she might have a future with this company. But she doesn't feel that way anymore.
What is the meaning of the verb pay off?
When you pay off money that you owe or pay off the person you owe the money to. You pay all the money that you owe. It took 10 years, but I finally paid off my school loan.
What is the meaning of the verb sneak inland to?
When you enter a place without anyone seeing or hearing you, you sneak in or sneak into the place. If you don't have a ticket for the game, you'll have to sneak in.
What is the meaning of the verb cut out?
When a motor suddenly stops working, it cuts out. I was driving when the motor suddenly cut out.
What is the meaning of the verb go away?
When you leave a place or leave a person, you go away. Mark went away not realizing he had left his briefcase behind.
What is the meaning of the verb go by?
When you go by a clock, you use it to tell the time. Don't go by the clock on the wall, it's fast. Go by the clock on the desk.
What is the meaning of the verb get out of?
When you get out or get out of a dangerous, awkward, or difficult situation, you avoid it. When you get people out of a dangerous, awkward, or difficult situation, you help them to avoid it. Eric made a date with two girls for the same night. How is he going to get out of this mess?
What is the meaning of the verb look for?
When you look for things or people, you try to find them. Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for 303 Main Street.
What is the meaning of the verb go out to?
When people leave a city where you are and go out to a place outside the city, they travel to that place. Last weekend we went out to Jim's cabin on the lake.
What is the meaning of the verb go up to?
When a schedule or plan ends at a certain time or date, the schedule or plan goes up to that time or date. The teacher gave the students a syllabus that went up to the midterm.
What is the meaning of the verb hold out?
When a supply of something is enough for your needs, the supply holds out. The beer held out until the end of the party, but we didn't have enough wine.
What is the meaning of the verb empty out?
When all the people in a place leave it, the place empties out. After the concert is over, it'll be 20 minutes before the auditorium empties out.
What is the meaning of the verb go down, to?
When something goes down in a certain way, people react to or perceive it in this way. The judge's decision went down well with the prosecutor.
What is the meaning of the verb cover up?
When you cover something completely, you cover it up. Cover this stuff up, I don't want anyone to see it.
What is the meaning of the verb pick up?
When you pick up a place that is messy, you organize or tidy it. Let's pick this place up, it's a mess.
What is the meaning of the verb calm down?
When you calm down, you become less active, nervous, or upset. When you calm other people down, you do something to make them less active, nervous, or upset. Settle down is similar to calm down. I was very nervous about the test, but I calmed down when I saw how easy it was.
What is the meaning of the verb cut down, on?
When you cut down or cut down on something that you consume, you use it less. When you cut down or cut down on something you do it less. Cut back is similar to cut down. If you can't quit smoking, you should at least cut down.
What is the meaning of the verb find out? Not usually separated. The object can be a noun. A noun clause, or a complete sentence.
When you find out information or a fact, you learn or become aware of that information or fact. If you don't know when the movie starts, look in the newspaper to find out.
What is the meaning of the verb get over?
When you get over a problem, illness, or emotionally painful experience. You stop letting it affect you and continue with your life. You can't feel sorry for yourself forever. You've got to get over it and get on with your life.
What is the meaning of the verb back up?
When a piece of equipment or machinery is very important and another is kept available in case. The one that is normally used fails, the second piece of equipment or machinery backs up the first. The hospital bought a generator to back up the unreliable city power supply. We kept the old computer to back the new one up.
What is the meaning of the verb go after?
When you chase and try to physically stop or to attack people, you go after them. Captain Morgan was ordered to go after the enemy soldiers.
What is the meaning of the verb get out?
When information gets out, it becomes known to people who are not supposed to know it. There was a huge scandal after the news got out.
What is the meaning of the verb stick up?
When you put something, such as a picture, sign, or notice, in a place where people can see it, you stick it up. I'm going to stick these no smoking signs up all over the school.
What is the meaning of the verb cut back, on?
When you cut back or cut back on something that you consume, you use it less. When you cut back or cut back on something that you do it less. Cut down is similar to cut back. Mark hasn't been able to quit smoking, but he has cut back a bit.
What is the meaning of the verb get inland to?
When you get something in or get something into a place, building, room, container. Enclosure, and so on, you get the object inside even though it is difficult. How did they get that elephant into its cage?
What is the meaning of the verb keep off?
When you keep off drugs, cigarettes, or other addictive substances, you do not use them. When you keep people off drugs, cigarettes, or other addictive substances, you prevent them from using them. Ned is a nice guy as long as you can keep him off booze.
What is the meaning of the verb head into?
When you head into or are headed into a place or area, you begin to enter it. Jim was headed into Ashland when his car broke down.
What is the meaning of the verb pull out, of?
When a car, truck, or other vehicle pulls out or pulls out of a You should fasten your seat belt before you pull out of the parking space.
What is the meaning of the verb point out?
When you are writing or speaking and you stress or emphasize some important information. You think the reader or listener needs to know, you point out the information. I pointed several flaws out in Prof. Childress's theory.
What is the meaning of the verb talk out of?
When you talk people out of something or talk people out of doing something, you persuade them not to do it. Eric's parents talked him out of changing his major from business to philosophy.
What is the meaning of the verb come up, to?
When people move toward you to a higher level or position, or from the south to the north, they come up. Come down is the opposite of come up. Why don't you come up and see me sometime?
What is the meaning of the verb pick up?
When you pick something up, you lift it with your hand. Sam picked up his briefcase and left his office.
What is the meaning of the verb come up?
When a new topic is introduced into a conversation, it comes up. We were discussing possible candidates to manage the new office, and your name came up.
What is the meaning of the verb knock over?
When you knock people or things over, you use force to make them fall to a horizontal position. The children were playing, and they knocked the lamp over.
What is the meaning of the verb turn around?
When you turn around a bad situation, a failing business. A losing game, and so on, you improve it so that it is successful. The quarterback completed 4 passes in the last 5 minutes of the football game and completely turned it around.
What is the meaning of the verb look for?
When you look for things or people, you try to find them. I looked for you at the party, but I didn't see you.
What is the meaning of the verb put out?
When you take something from inside a building or storage place and leave it outside for someone to take, use, or deal with, you put it out. The garbage truck comes early tomorrow morning, so put the trash bags out tonight.
What is the meaning of the verb sort out?
When you sort a group of things out. You separate them into smaller groups according to one or more characteristics. After you take the laundry out of the dryer, you have to sort it out.
What is the meaning of the verb back up?
When you are explaining something, and you repeat something that you already said, you back up. Sorry, I forgot part of the story. Let me back up a little.
What is the meaning of the verb wind up?
When you say that someone or something winds up a certain way or winds up doing something. You mean that this situation was the result of a series of decisions, actions, or unplanned and unexpected occurrences. End up is similar to wind up. We got totally lost and wound up 100 miles from the campground.
What is the meaning of the verb fill up, on?
When you fill up or fill up on something. You eat so much that you are no longer hungry and cannot eat any more. I filled up on candy and was really sick about an hour later.
What is the meaning of the verb give away?
When you give a secret away, you accidentally reveal that secret. You can trust me with the secret.
What is the meaning of the verb cut out?
When you cut out something that you consume, you stop using it. When you cut out doing something, you stop doing it. When you say cut it out to people, you want them to stop doing or saying something. Smoking is the first thing you've got to cut out if you want to improve your health.
What is the meaning of the verb feel up to?
When you feel up to doing something, you have the confidence or energy to do it. The top of the mountain is only 1,000 feet away. Do you feel up to it?
What is the meaning of the verb carry on?
When you carry on, you continue as before, despite a difficult experience in your life. You'll have to carry on for the sake of the children.
What is the meaning of the verb use up?
When you use up something, you use all of it. After you use something up, be sure to write it on the grocery list.
What is the meaning of the verb close down?
When you close down a business or a business is closed down, it closes permanently or for a long time. The restaurant was closed down by the health department.
What is the meaning of the verb wear out?
When something wears you out, it makes you very tired. Shoveling snow for 3 hours would wear anyone out.
What is the meaning of the verb come down?
When you move to a lower level socially or financially and receive less. Respect from other people because of this change, you come down in life. Hank certainly has come down in life. He lost his job, house, and family because of his gambling problem.
What is the meaning of the verb wind up?
When you say that someone or something winds up a certain way or winds up doing something. You mean that this situation was the result of a series of decisions, actions, or unplanned and unexpected occurrences. End up is similar to wind up. If you don't start driving more carefully, you're going to wind up dead.
What is the meaning of the verb cut out?
When you cut out something that you consume, you stop using it. When you cut out doing something, you stop doing it. When you say cut it out to people, you want them to stop doing or saying something. If you want to lose weight, you'll have to cut cookies and ice cream out.
What is the meaning of the verb run over?
When you drive over people or things with a car, truck, or other vehicle causing damage, injury, or death, you run them over. I ran over a glass bottle and got a flat tire.
What is the meaning of the verb mess up informal?
When you mess up a situation, you create problems. When you mess up a plan or arrangement. You interfere with it and prevent it from happening as planned. Mess up is similar to screw up. Our honeymoon was messed up by the airline strike.
What is the meaning of the verb turn on?
When you turn on an electrical or mechanical device. You change the controls to make it start producing or doing something. Turn off is the opposite of turn on. Switch on is the same as turn on. Can you turn the light on, please? It's dark in here.
What is the meaning of the verb go for informal?
When you go for something, you like it a lot. Eric really goes for scuba diving.
What is the meaning of the verb hang on in formal?
When you hang on, you wait for a short time. Hold on is the same as hang on. Judy's coming to the phone now, can you hang on?
What is the meaning of the verb back down?
When one side in a disagreement stops making threats and lets the other have what it wants or do what it wants. The side that stops making threats backs down. The police officer tried to force me to pay him a bribe. But when I said I would report him to the chief of police, he backed down.
What is the meaning of the verb clean out, of, informal?
When people clean you out or clean you out of your money. They deceive you or pressure you into giving them all your money or spending all your money for their benefit. When an expense cleans you out, it requires you to spend all your money. A con artist cleaned my grandmother out of $50,000.
What is the meaning of the verb put down, on?
When you put money down or put money down on something, you pay a portion of the cost of something you want. To buy to be sure that it will still be available to you when you are able to pay the rest of the cost. I told her that I could put as much as $15,000 down.
What is the meaning of the verb come across?
When something you say or do comes across a certain way. Your attitude or feelings are perceived in this way by other people. His American humor didn't come across well in Britain.
What is the meaning of the verb plan ahead?
When you plan ahead, you plan for a future situation or activity so that you will not have a problem then. Plan ahead is similar to think ahead. Janice is a good manager. She always plans ahead in case there's a problem.
What is the meaning of the verb burn up?
When something is completely destroyed by heat or fire, it burns up. The meteor burned up in the atmosphere.
What is the meaning of the verb give in, to?
When someone pressures or forces you to do something or allow something even though you do not want to, you give in. The strike lasted for 8 months, but the company never gave in to the workers' demands.
What is the meaning of the verb chicken out, of, informal?
When you do not do something because you are afraid, you chicken out or chicken out of it. I was going to ask Heather to go to the dance with me, but I chickened out.
What is the meaning of the verb go by?
When you go by a policy or standard. You use it as a reference or a guide in making decisions and determining your behavior. When you go by the book, you follow rules, policies, or laws exactly. Jim told me to do one thing, and Tom told me to do another. But since Tom is the boss, I'm going to go by what he says.
What is the meaning of the verb know about?
When you have studied something and learned it, you know about it. Knowing about art and being an artist are two different things.
What is the meaning of the verb turn over?
When you turn something over. You move it so that the side that was on the bottom is on the top, and vice versa. When something turns over, it moves so that the side that was on the bottom is on the top, and vice versa. The driver was killed when his car turned over.
What is the meaning of the verb put off?
When you put off something or put off doing something, you delay or postpone it. When you put people off, you delay doing something they want you to do. He pressured me for a decision, but I kept putting him off.
What is the meaning of the verb count on?
When you need something important to happen or a certain condition to exist, you are counting on it. When you need someone to do something important, you are counting on that person. I'm counting on getting a ride to the airport with Betty.
What is the meaning of the verb lift up?
When you lift up something, you use your hands to raise it above the surface that it was on. That rock is too heavy, I can't lift it up. Lift up the cover and look in the box.
What is the meaning of the verb come from?
When something comes from a source, that is where it originated. The word admiral comes from an Arabic word.
What is the meaning of the verb dry off?
When something dries off or you dry something off, water or other liquids that are on it evaporate. It rained for only a few minutes, so the streets dried off quickly.
What is the meaning of the verb make of?
What you make of something is your understanding or opinion of it. What he said was so strange that I didn't know what to make of it.
What is the meaning of the verb keep up with?
When you can understand and respond to a situation that is changing. You are able to keep up with the situation. Jane always has some new idea. I can't keep up with her.
What is the meaning of the verb pile up?
When things increase in number and start to form a pile, they pile up. When people add things to a pile, they pile them up. The snow piled up so high that I couldn't open my door.
What is the meaning of the verb go ahead, with?
When you take an action you have already considered doing, you go ahead with the action. After she learned about Jim's drug problem, Raquel went ahead with the marriage anyway.
What is the meaning of the verb blow out?
When a flame blows out or is blown out by a strong wind, it stops burning. When you blow out a flame, you use your breath to make the flame stop burning. Don't open the window, the candles will blow out.
What is the meaning of the verb wrap up?
When you conclude an event that has been happening for some time, you wrap it up. Wind up is similar to wrap up. We wrapped up the meeting around 4 o'clock and went home.
What is the meaning of the verb hold against?
When you hold things against people. You continue to blame them for something and continue to be upset about it. Jane tossed her job because of a mistake Bob made, but she doesn't hold it against him.
What is the meaning of the verb dry up?
When the amount or supply of something gets smaller and then disappears completely, it dries up. The factory switched to synthetic rubber after the supply of natural rubber dried up.
What is the meaning of the verb hand out?
When you distribute something to other people, you hand it out. Give out is similar to hand out. Emergency loan applications were handed out to the flood victims.
What is the meaning of the verb end up?
When people or things end up in a place. This place is where their journey ends even though the outcome may have been unplanned or unexpected. The taxi driver didn't understand me, and we ended up in Newark instead of New York.